Hi guys, what is going on? This is AV.WATCHMEN, and you guys are tuned into AV United We Stand. So guess what I got for you guys today? Hot sauce. Super hot. Flaming hot. Hot sauce. Today we are going to be talking about the city manager of Palmdale, California, Mr. J.J. Murphy. And no, I'm not talking about John Murphy from RoboCop.
Drop the gun. You are under arrest.
I'm talking about this guy. Now, before we talk about him, as in today him, we need to go to the old him before today him. And that's what we're about to do right now.
He had a job that paid for a trip to Italy and classes at Harvard. Sounds nice, right? Even better since the public was paying for it. News 13's Gabrielle Burkhart reports on special assignment.
Hot sauce.
It's not the state's largest city, but in the heart of New Mexico oil country, Hobbs is one of the state's wealthiest cities.
We've been very fortunate.
It's due to that fortune, Hobbs Mayor Sam Cobb says the city was able to pay then city manager J.J. Murphy a base salary higher than that of Governor Susana Martinez.
During the time that Mr. Murphy, when he came to work for us, we had people working in the oil and gas industry that were making $300,000 a year. We had truck drivers making $150,000 a year.
Murphy signed on as city manager in 2012 with a $140,000 contract. He had the power to hire and fire city workers and was in charge of implementing policies set by commissioners. And with big responsibility came big perks. Less than a year into the job, the city signed off on a contract amendment, granting Murphy the same $50,000 housing incentive it was offering to certified police officers. The problem? Murphy is not a police officer. Not a police officer. The incentive says only HPD officers who are probationary officers as of April 1st, 2013 are eligible. Still, Mayor Cobb says there's a perfectly good explanation for giving the $50,000 to Murphy as well.
So this loan of some sort was only granted for police officers, that needed help getting into a home, something like that. But somehow, magically, they allowed this guy to get the same loan, and he is not a police officer. Something smells fishy. Like I said, hot sauce.
Hobbs was in a housing crisis at that time. And so there was very little or no housing available for us to be able to recruit and retain people.
A housing crisis. Yet, he's taking trips to Italy with that housing crisis.
He says Murphy was one of the only city employees to request the incentive.
Now, had other employees requested the incentive, we would have evaluated that and made that decision.
I don't know that people maybe would think it's for them, though, when it says for certified police officers.
Right.
By 2014, Murphy was pulling in a $173,000 salary and working toward a major project, the Center of Recreational Excellence, or CORE, a $63 million state-of-the-art rec complex complete with an indoor water park, gym, soccer field, and competitive swimming and diving area.
The aquatics portion is clearly the most important part.
It's why the mayor says he supported paying more than $8,000 for Murphy and two other city employees to scout a company's swimming pools in person in Italy.
Oh my God, so this guy somehow talked the mayor or whoever it was into paying him money to go look at swimming pools in Italy. Figure that one out.
I think it's wise business. And so I was an advocate of it, and I still support it, and I think we did the right thing.
But there are other expenses some Hobbs City employees started questioning, like spending more than $50,000 for J.J. Murphy, the Parks and Rec Director Doug McDaniel, and Hobbs Police Chief Chris McCall to attend leadership classes at Harvard University.
All of the money comes from our general fund.
No big deal. It's only the general fund.
Hot sauce.
He says as city manager, Murphy had the power to decide who and where to send employees for higher education programs.
If the public or the commission and the preponderance of the commission feels like that we should not send anyone to any advanced training programs, the way we do that is through the budgeting process. If the money's not available, then people don't go to training.
But in 2016, the mayor alluded to local economic difficulties in a Hobbs News Sun column, saying it's been challenging to defend an extension in the same salary range as J.J. Murphy currently receives. So last August, the mayor signed off on a final deal.
We all have mixed emotions, but we'll move forward, and I know things are going to work out best for everybody concerned.
Hot sauce.
The so-called Employment Transition and Settlement Agreement ended Murphy's role as city manager, but kept him on as a special consultant through this month at $183,000 a year plus benefits. We spoke with J.J. Murphy over the phone, but he couldn't meet us for an on-camera interview, saying he's busy with a new job out of state.
I wonder if that new job out of state was actually right here in Los Angeles County, Palmdale, because that's where he's at now.
He told us he's still helping Hobbs where he can as a consultant, and sent a statement saying in part that he's grateful to have worked in the Hobbs community.
Hello, duh. Of course he's grateful that he got a chance to go to Italy whenever he wanted to and say, I'm going to go look at some swimming pools. I need to go to Italy. I need $8,000 every time I go. Oh, guess what? I know I'm not a cop, but I want the $50,000 because I need to get into a home. Even though I have $144,000, I still need $50,000. I need to get into the house. And yes, I'm grateful that you guys are stupid idiots and you guys just keep on handing me all this money that's coming from the taxpayers. Good job.
We requested documents from the city of Hobbs showing what he's done to earn his $183,000 as special consultant over the past year. We were told there is no paperwork.
Did you guys just hear that? He's a consultant making $180-something a year. But guess what? There's no paperwork, no paper trail. Who did he help? Himself, his family, Italy.
He and I have we have regular conversations as it relates to some of the things that are ongoing projects.
All right, so this is what I think. And this is just me thinking. I think that this mayor and this Murphy guy, I think they were both involved together. You're not about to tell me that this Murphy guy sat down with the mayor and made $180,000 just to talk to him every year? They were choppy-woppy that money, floppy, going to get that honey and getting more money while they're laughing at the taxpayers like, they're never going to find out. Keep on going to Italy. Keep on saying that you need to go look at the pools. When you get back, sit down, report to me, and that way we could figure out how much money we're going to split. Sounds about right.
Mayor Cobb says Murphy left his mark in Hobbs. On special assignment, Gabrielle Burkhart, KRQE News 13.
So the video you guys just got done watching is of J.J. Murphy in the past. Now let's talk about J.J. Murphy present day. What we are going to do is take a quick look at something. Not the whole thing, but what I will do is share this link in the description here on the video, so you guys make sure to check it out. A former assistant city manager has filed a lawsuit against the City of Palmdale. City Manager J.J. Murphy and other unnamed persons alleging she was fired in retaliation for whistleblowing on allegedly improper actions by Murphy. Well, let's check it out. Let's see what those improper actions were. The lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles County Superior Court earlier this month by Ricci, who worked as assistant city manager from January 2020 to August 2021 when she was fired. It alleges that Murphy retaliated and defamed her when she reported his actions, including discrimination, harassment, and improper and/or illegal use of public funds, among other claims. What do you think about that? Sounds familiar, right?
I am born and raised in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Have traveled the world in the Air Force and have been a dedicated public servant for over 25 years. I was a city administrator in Pennsylvania.
I'm going to also share the link to this article as well. The only thing is I didn't pay for the membership. So if you guys want to go and read what happened to him in Pennsylvania, I think it's only a couple dollars, but you might figure out another way how to read the actual article itself. But it seems like there was a lot of questions as well about his military background and different things like that that took place in Pennsylvania.
A city manager in Hobbs, New Mexico, and now the city manager in Palmdale, California. And I just love local government.
Do you really love local government, or do you love the fact that you could pick these small towns, come in here, manipulate people, take the taxpayers' money, and then take a vacation to Italy whenever you want to? $8,000 trips because you want to go and look at pool designs, knowing damn well you could get online in this day and age and find any and every pool design for free.
A city manager is the CEO of the city. He or she is responsible for all the departments that help run a municipal government. We work hand in hand with our elected body, so the mayor and council. I would compare it to a nonprofit. The council is the board of directors. The city manager is the executive director. So I get to be the executive director / CEO of an amazing workforce that touches affordable housing.
You must be talking about $1.2 million affordable housing. That's what you're talking about, right? Is that the type of affordable housing you're talking about?
That touches parks and recreation, public safety, public works, all of our administrative services, and just really making a difference in everyday Palmdale residents' quality of life. To be strong inside the organization, you got to put the effort in outside the organization. And that is building relationships with nonprofits, building relationships with media, hospitals, the school districts. We all touch each other on so many opportunities, building relationships with other communities. So the cultural change that I see in Palmdale is certainly great collaboration with our city council and our staff.
You must be talking about just the staff members that won't tell on you and expose your corruption, right?
And they've given me a homework assignment, and that homework assignment is to be more customer driven, to be visionary, to be business friendly. And we're changing that culture. We're gonna find a way to yes on so many opportunities. Amazon is opening one of their last mile fulfillment centers here in Palmdale. And to diversify our economy and bring over 500 non-aerospace jobs, we're going to make a difference in this community. It's going to give a lot of our residents the opportunity to make a difference for their family, to improve our quality of life. What brought me to Palmdale was the opportunity. When my contract ended in Hobbs, New Mexico, I was looking around the country for city manager positions. But the Palmdale advertisement for the assistant city manager really hit on what I thought were all the things that were important. Good quality of life. They had the airport project, they had high-speed rail, and I thought, as a city manager or an assistant city manager, what an opportunity to come to a place to really make it transformational.
All right, guys, so this is part 1 to this video. I will be releasing part 2 here in a couple days, but I want to do a little bit more digging. And on top of that, I'm going to be going up to the city hall and speaking with certain people up there, getting more information to put out for you guys. And that way, the whole city of Palmdale, Antelope Valley, and even the surrounding areas will know about J.J. Murphy. With that said, you guys be looking out for part 2. If you have any questions and you have any concerns, you can always contact the City Hall in Palmdale, California. Let them know how you feel about corruption. Let them know that we know all about J.J. Murphy. All right, guys, much love.